Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today I am going to be reviewing the Powkiddy RGB20, and this is the first time I've actually owned one of their devices, so you will have to bear with me whilst I run through some of the specifications and some of the ergonomics of the actual device. So first and foremost, I just want to go around the device and have a look around it. I want to show you the button layout and how much the actual resistance of the buttons actually is. Now, I put the device on charge and I've come back to it, and you can see that this gold bezel is sticking out, which is a bit of a shame. On both sides it's popped up, so yeah, that's a bit of a shame, to be honest, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's continue to look around the device. So the buttons are decent. I won't say they're the best buttons, but I think they're good enough for the price range. So the price for the device is about £70 on AliExpress. So we'll start from the top. So we've got a headphone jack, we've got a 64GB card that goes into the top, USB-C type charging. We also have Wi-Fi connection on this device, and you also have OTG connection. Now, I didn't check out the Wi-Fi because I'm not going to use it for Wi-Fi, but if you want to use it for Wi-Fi, by all means you can go ahead and use it for Wi-Fi and do whatever you're going to do that way. So let's speak a little bit about these buttons. I did have a little bit of an issue with these buttons at the back. They are quite difficult to use. I mean, the quality is decent, it's not the best, but they do the job. If you needed to map some keys on there, you can easily do that. It's just that when it gets a bit frantic in a beat 'em up type game like Street Fighter or whatever you play, Marvel vs Capcom or whatever beat 'em up you choose to play, it can get a little bit cumbersome, and I was getting a little bit confused with which button is which. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it is what it is. You don't really need these 4 buttons, to be honest with you, because predominantly you're going to be using these 4 buttons at the front. It does have L3 and R3 on here as well, which is a great touch, and the volume button is here, which was a bit of a hit and miss, to be honest. It does work sometimes, and sometimes it just feels like the volume doesn't go up or down. The speaker is at the front, which is a very crisp sounding speaker. We will have a look at that in the actual review in a couple of minutes. The D-pad, it's a decent enough D-pad, but the highlight for me on this console was this stick is really responsive and really good, quality wise and also input wise. So that's a real good plus there, real good plus. So the device does actually also have a sleep wake function, so you just press the power button and it goes into sleep mode, and I will demonstrate that to you now. So as you can see, it's in sleep mode at the moment because the green light is on at the top, and to wake it you just press the power button on the side and it wakes the screen. These vents on the back are for air because it does have an onboard chip for the Wi-Fi, and it does need fresh air getting into there to keep the system nice and cool. In terms of build quality, I think it's a solid build quality. It's got nice solid plastic. It's got like a grippy texture. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it does have like a grippy texture, which is nice. It feels good. One of the other main features that I really do love about the device is the screen is just beautiful. I just want to show you guys a quick comparison between my Ambernic RG350 button wise, which I believe is one of the best button layouts and also buttons you can get on one of these devices so far. So as you can see, the travel distance on this device is very good. Now the only difference is that I wanted to show you is just the D-pads. There's just a bit more D-pad on this, but to be honest with you, when you're playing, it doesn't really make a difference. They both do the job. It's not really that much of a big issue. But anyway, let's get into some gameplay footage. So let's boot up the device. It does take around about, I'd say about 30 40 seconds to load up. You can actually change the firmware. I do believe that this is running on an older firmware. I am going to actually change the operating system on this to a different one at some point. So we're going to play some Game Boy Advance. Does take a few seconds to load up, as you can see. And we'll also do a quick sound test of the actual device. This is on the loudest setting, by the way. And I'll also show you that there's no sound coming out from the back. They are vents. These are air vents. I think I managed to get about 5 hours of gameplay on this device before it actually died, which is a lot of time. By the way guys, once you're on this menu here, if you press start, you can do some changes to the settings, and there's quite a lot of them as well. So if you want to change the game settings, which I'm sure at some point you will want to change some settings in the game, whether it's the emulation settings that you want to change, or controller settings, or network settings, or whatever it may be, you can do that from this menu here by pressing start. So let's have a look at the screen and have a look at the viewing angles. And to be honest with you, it has really good viewing angles. I think it has an amazing screen on this device. So since we're here, we might as well have a battle. I do prefer this thumbstick over the actual D-pad. I don't know what super I picked. Damn it. Let's just end it. Let's just end it. So as you can see guys, the sound is really crisp. The graphics look amazing. There's no sign of screen tear. So this is just a little demo that I'm giving you guys. I'm not actually going to start the game, but PS1 works perfectly. Got a little intro for Chrono Cross here. One epic legendary game. If you haven't played this game, you need to play this game. I have it on the PS1. Look how gorgeous that screen is, guys. So let's try out some Sega Genesis. No issues at all. Oh yes, Mr. Hakuma's in the house. Yeah, I can't use the D-pad at all. I'm not good at it. Ouch. Okay guys, so let's round up the device in terms of how did it fare compared to the other devices that I have. I really like the front facing buttons. The only thing that is a little bit on the cumbersome side is the 4 buttons at the back, which is a minor gripe, to be honest with you. I don't really think it's that much of an issue unless you make it become an issue. You don't really need the 4 buttons at the back, but it's good to have them there, and it was nice of them to put them on the actual device, so thumbs up there. Also, I like that it has the L3 and R3 buttons, which you will need on some PS1 titles and I believe on some other games as well. You can map these buttons out to however you like. And yeah, all in all, I think it's a really well built design. Although the design does have some flaws, and that includes the popping of the bezel, which, yeah, I don't know if you can see that. I will deal with that at some point. The console really did impress me in terms of what it can play. Although it came with stock ROMs, I didn't really add anything to it, so I can't really show you much, but it does play PSP, PS1, Nintendo 64. Dreamcast has some issues, but then again, Dreamcast is very difficult to emulate on any device. It's a solid competitor to the good old Ambernic consoles, like the RG350 that we have here. Quality maybe is a little bit on the downside compared to the Ambernic product, but still, I believe, you know, in a few more iterations, they'll be right up there with Ambernic and they'll be giving them a good run for their money. Another cool thing about this device is it does come with Wi-Fi, and you can use that to your advantage, even though I haven't used it or reviewed it on this particular review because I didn't believe I needed to. I like to use my PC and do it the old school way, but if you want to connect to the Wi-Fi, you can go ahead and do that, and I think that's a really cool touch to have. I mean, even Ambernic don't have that option on their devices, which would open up a whole new avenue for other people who, you know, use Wi-Fi, and it'll make things really easy because you can just drop ROMs through your Wi-Fi connection and stuff, so that would be a really good plus. The other good thing about this device is you can have any type of emulator that you want on this device, so it's open source, and that's a really good plus as well. And finally, I just want to touch on, is it worth your money? Is it worth £70? I think it's worth every penny for the emulation that you're getting out of it and the fun factor that you're getting out of it. And I honestly do believe that you guys should definitely pick this up. It's a really fun device. I've really enjoyed it, and I know I'm gonna put a lot more hours into this device and really enjoy it thoroughly for what it is. You gotta spend a bit of time tinkering with the settings and stuff, putting your ROMs on, whatever you want to play, and add that onto here and then play them. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of time to do that, but whatever I have on at hand, I showed you guys, and it played it really well. I also did an unboxing of this device, which I will leave a link in the description down below. I will also leave a link to where I bought the device from in the description link down below, so if you do want to purchase it, you can purchase it. I really like this device. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a solid 8.5, which is a very good score. And I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe and peace.